We are taking another look at the little town of Bovard, which used to be a coal patch town. And it was also known as Crow's Nest once upon a time. And it seems that another name attached to it at one point also, Hempfield Mine Number 1. This is an illustration that showed up in Bovard's 75th anniversary book. And since it's a bit murky, I'm going to move to one that I cleaned up a bit. This is the populated area where the houses are in Bovard. There are also houses here. And this is the mine area itself. These lines indicate where there was once upon a time a railroad siding that came in off of the main line, which was down here. And there was a shop associated with the mine. And when the mine shut down in the 1940s, Adam Eidemüller bought the property, and he used that shop for a project of his own. He had a business in there that were making cement pipe. And from what I can tell, all of that is removed. This is what we were looking at. And also out there was once upon a time a tipple that went over top of the railroad tracks. And when Eidemüller bought the place, he reworked that tipple into a place that was used for cleaning coal. They brought in coal from other mines and tried to refine it, made it more marketable by cleaning it up, getting all the extraneous stuff out that wasn't really combustible. This shows us mapping Sandboard Fire Insurance Company, mapping from 1915, some of the equipment that was out there. There were at one time boilers. This gives the impression that they were substituted by electric motors later on because there was an electric substation put in here. And you see they call the place Hempfield Mine Number 1. That was all before it became Bovard. Bovard, the Bovard name came about when there was a person named Harry Bovard who was very closely associated with Keystone Coal and Coke. He was first in charge of the mines, all of Keystone's mines, and then he became president in the 1920s, about 1923, when one of the sons of George Franklin Huff passed away. When Julian Huff passed away, Harry Bovard took over the presidency, and the name of Bovard attaches to that place. This shows an aerial view that was done in 1939. This is Bovard out here. This is Greensburg in here. This is Lynchfield, just to give you a sense of connection. That's the railroad going out. This is an enlargement of a part of that. This is the housing portion of Bovard. And this up here is the mine itself. We'll enlarge that a bit. See, these are the railroad tracks coming into the mine. You can see buildings down here that were part of the mining operation, the tipple. And over here was the dump, all the slag. The slag that came out of the mine that couldn't be used. It wasn't coal. It was dumped out here, and most of it's probably still there. We are looking at an area that was once part of the mine at Bovard. And if you look around here, you'll see piles of cement pipe, recalling the days after the mine shut down. Adam Eidemüller put up a factory here to make cement pipe. He also had a place here. He partially used the old mine tipple plus some newer construction to do a reclaiming operation for coal from other mines, where they washed it and tried to refine it and pick out the good stuff, what was still marketable. But we're in the area that used to be the mine at Bovard. There's not a lot left. As a plane goes over, I'm always surprised how these places are so thoroughly cleaned up. We might say that Bovard came about piecemeal in a way, in chunks. The first chunk or piece was this 113-acre tract that had the actual mine on it. And that was picked up by Coulter and Huff in the year 1890 by the fellows who 3 years later sold it to Hempfield Coal Company, which was one of Coulter and Huff's operations. Then in 1902, Hempfield Coal became part of a larger conglomerate called Keystone Coal and Coke. Coulter and Huff were big operators in that outfit. By 1910, Keystone Coal and Coke owned everything from Bovard out here the whole way into Greensburg. This is Lynch Field in here. That is George Franklin Huff when he became an older and distinguished looking gentleman. He eventually became a member of the United States Congress. And before passing away in 1912, he was instrumental in finding a governmental agency that was responsible for mine safety. When he passed away, his son Lloyd Huff became president of the company. And Lloyd Huff succumbed to Bright's disease. And passing away, his brother Julian became president. And in 1923, Julian Huff passed away of the complications of playing polo. He was in a polo game and got whacked in the head. And when he passed away, Harry Bovard became president of Keystone Coal and Coke. And that is a picture of the fellow for whom Bovard was named. And I think we'll have one more little episode or little video on Bovard. And that'll be all for this one. And I'll see you later. Bye.